What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today we are going to be showcasing a group of weapons that is unbelievably powerful within Destiny 2 episode Heresy. And so, let's get started. Now, what the heck am I talking about? Well, it is no secret that Bolt Charge, the brand new ARC keyword added within episode Heresy, is incredibly powerful. Like, it has completely warped the DPS landscape around it. You pretty much always want a Striker Titan with that Storm's Keep brand new aspect as a part of your damage phases. But again, there's a certain group of weapons that can abuse the crap out of Bolt Charge. The way that they interact with Bolt Charge specifically means that they are absolutely cranking out damage that they really should not be able to achieve. So, this all starts here with the following clip of gameplay. So as you can see, we're in the Nether, we're about to fight that big Cluster Keeper Ogre, and I have the Thorn. That's right, an exotic hand cannon. It's just a primary weapon, guys. But when we go to DPS, and keep in mind, both my teammates are also using the Thorn, we absolutely nuke this guy. Keep that in mind, it's just us shooting a hand cannon, and we nuke this guy. Like, that is a crazy amount of DPS coming out of a, remember, infinite ammo weapon. Primary weapons have infinite ammo. That is super important, especially when you're in solo stuff. If you're doing a dungeon flawless run, I mean, keep in mind, guys, the dungeon is actually available in contest mode for the next 48 hours at the time of making this video, and you're going to run out of special and heavy during points within larger encounters. And again, especially if you're solo, having your infinite ammo primary weapon capable of absolutely ripping DPS is an extremely valuable thing. But how is it able to do that? Well, it's specifically how stuff like the Thorn interacts with, again, Bolt Charge and specifically Storm's Keep. So, specifically what's happening is that when you sit behind a Storm's Keep barricade, your accumulation of Bolt Charge depends on your outgoing damage. So you can see right here the rate at which I get Bolt Charge just by sitting behind my barricade and not doing anything. But as soon as I start actually damaging enemies, you can see just how much more Bolt Charge I'm getting. Like, it really increases the rate at which I accumulate it. And so what you can do then is kind of cheese essentially your outgoing damage by using weapons with that poison effect, with that damage over time effect that stacks upon your normal damage. So in the case of the Thorn, we are not only getting the damage check from the game for just shooting an enemy with our hand cannon, right? Like, every main hit we do, the game goes, okay, they're doing damage, you know, with this hand cannon, but then you also have tick, 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 tick of all the extra damages of the poison effect. So the game thinks we are absolutely cranking rounds. We are shooting a 1200 rounds per minute weapon against these enemies when it's really just that poison effect ticks combined with your actual, like, normal shots, right? And so overall, these poison style weapons, these damage over time creating weapons like the Thorn, are just taking advantage of Bolt Charge and specifically Storm's Keep. And the Thorn is just one example. Another great example is the Osteo Striga. This also does that poison over time effect, and this is going to make you get so many lightning strikes from Bolt Charge. And another one, guys, here, the Witherhoard. Now, this is not quite as good. You have to use it with conjunction of another weapon, but if you Witherhoard an enemy first and then you switch to, I don't know, a machine gun, again, it's going to damage check every single shot of the machine gun, and every time the Witherhoard ticks, it's also going to, you know, tick and influence the accumulation of your Bolt Charge. But the real star of the show right now, the weapon that has started to be used in, you know, solo flawless Sundered Doctrine dungeon runs, and the thing that is really going to be the featured weapons of this kind of group this season is going to be the Monarque, guys. The Monarque absolutely cranks. Now, why is that? Well, it's the only void weapon that can do this poison effect. And so what that means is that you can use the Monarque and then get all of the massive advantages by using the seasonal artifact perks that affect void weapons. So you have Volatile Marksman, which is going to grant you volatile rounds, and the boost will give you class ability energy, which means more Storm's Keep barricades as long as your Tome of Want is active. Now keep in mind, this is actually disabled for contest mode dungeon. Hey, but as soon as that's over, man, this thing is crazy with the class ability regen. You also have Maligned Harvest to turn those volatile explosions into weakening bursts. Guys, make sure you're using flashover as well, because it's going to make bolt charge lightning bolts do more damage and get you amplified. And then lastly, you could use Void Flux, but I am not. After that, the thing you also want to make sure you have is Spark of Frequency, just so that while you're amplified, you're going to gain bolt charge faster, guys. And when you combine all of these things, the results are absurd. As you can see in the background gameplay, we're gonna get a one-phase kill against the second encounter boss, the Zotic Lock set, within the Sundered Doctrine dungeon. This boss is a doozy. It's currently glitched right now so that precision damage is not being counted. It's just giving you body shot damage, but we're able to get, again, a one-phase kill with just a primary ammo weapon. And this was unbelievably scuffed. By the time we get the one-phase kill, I'm going to show my teammates don't even have void weapon surges on. Like, we were really just going in here and just seeing if it works, right? So that shows you an unoptimized, completely unoptimized damage phase. You can still get a one-phase kill with an infinite ammo primary weapon. That is the important part, guys. You know, if this was a special weapon, I wouldn't be freaking out as much as I am, but a primary weapon that can just go and shoot and shoot, it will never run out of ammo. It is perfect for solo encounters. It is really a fantastic weapon right now. But what's crazy is that it's not just a solo strategy. If you do have teammates, you can abuse this even more, because remember, the second Storm's Keep barricade will actually stack with the first. You will accumulate bolt charge even faster, guys. And on top of that, guys, one more benefit I want to mention for using these kind of weapons in conjunction with Storm's Keep is that the damage over time, it's not just that you gain bolt charge faster, and you absolutely do, but also the way it dispenses those lightning bolts is super advantageous, guys. If you're using a normal weapon, like, you're gonna have to reload, right? And then you can have, and this happens a ton, you have bolt charge ready as you're reloading. Maybe you're deploying another barricade. Again, like, the process of doing that, the animation for you to do that, the time it takes for you to bring back up your weapon so you can get that hit to discharge that bolt charge lightning bolt, right? But with these type of weapons, like, as you can see in the background gameplay, when I'm using Le Monarque, right, because of that constant tick damage, when let's say my barricade runs out and I'm deploying that extra barricade, well, it's still ticking down from Le Monarque. So normally, if I would have had a bolt charge ready, if I have a lightning strike ready to go, I'm just not able to deploy that lightning strike. I'm kind of missing out on DPS until I finish my animation for my barricade, but not with these damage over time weapons. Every single one of those ticks can also trigger that lightning strike. So it's essentially like you have 100% damage uptime on the enemy you're shooting. You never go an amount of time where you're not hitting that enemy in one way, and so you just never miss out on any DPS when it comes to those lightning strikes. You just constantly get lightning strikes almost no matter what you're doing. You can pop out of cover, hit someone with, again, the Thorn, the Le Monarque, whatever, and then go back behind cover and it'll still discharge lightning strikes, which is extremely advantageous. So overall, guys, you should absolutely consider incorporating these poison style weapons into your bolt charge builds, because they can do some wild stuff. Guys, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.